Hi guys, welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play SimCity 4. This is my city, and in this episode I'm going to lay some bus stops in the city. I actually use a mod to do this and I regretted it so much afterwards. I'm going to actually get rid of all the bus stops that I laid in this video and put in the regular bus stops that SimCity works with off camera. So when you come back, they'll all be regular bus stops. So, as you can see, this is my city. Just start playing it. And you can see we've got some residential, some agricultural, and a little bit of retail demand. We're going to address that in this video. But first, we need to do the bus stops. And, as you can see, I've sped this up by about 800% because, as I said before, I'm going to get rid of all these bus stops and put in the other ones, and also this takes me ages. So instead of you watching 3-4 minutes maybe of me putting in bus stops and doing it badly, I've sped it up so it's only just under a minute long. And as you can see, I'm failing miserably right about now. I don't know why I decided to put in bus stops on like almost 2 tiles away from each other. That doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know what I was thinking. So, just laying some roads down. For some reason the mod doesn't work with streets, only roads. There was a bus stop option for roads, for streets, but it sucked. So, I'm using the roads one. As you can see, the traffic, it does improve the traffic, but it doesn't give me any detail when I click on bus volume, and I don't like that. So as I said before, I'm going to get rid of all these bus stops off camera and come back with actual bus stops. As you can see, they look a lot better and there's people waiting at them and they are working, but I'm not getting any data from them. So now we have some agricultural demand. So again, I'm going to speed this up by about 800%. because you've seen me do this already, and again this takes forever, and I've reduced it down to about 23 seconds. So instead of the 5 minutes it took me to build all these streets, you'll only have to watch it for 23 seconds, and you can skip it if you want. Doesn't worry me at all. And looks like we've got a fire. Now, because my fire station is in the industrial zone across the water, which is a fair way away from here, the fire trucks take quite a while to get here. The other thing I noticed was there are a couple of fires in this episode, and they all occur behind the bus stops. I don't know if it's some side effect from the modded bus stops. I've never seen it with the regular bus stops, but that happens. So I'm only going to slow down this particular fire. All the rest will be at 300% because, they're not that interesting anyway. And I'm just going to finish off my agricultural zone here. I actually made a little bit of a mistake right at the end there when I was measuring. Not a problem, just fix that up real quick. This message is telling us that educators are taking a long recess because I don't have enough funding. That is because my city is growing and I've been doing other things. It's not too urgent. We'll fix that in just a minute after I zone the agricultural. So, high school needed quite a bit more funding. The other two I think were good. Now, just going to play this and see the farms come in. And as you can see, the agricultural demand did not go down at all. So I think I will end up zoning the rest of these. And we've got a state fair, so I will place the state fair just off to the side of the city, and that'll bring in air balloons, and I think it does something with the agricultural. Not entirely sure, but it looks kind of cool. So we're just going to zone the rest of this here and hope that the farmers like it and fill it up. And they do. It starts to fill up, and you can see now we've got a lot of retail demand, a lot of residential demand, and still a lot of agricultural demand. I'm not sure why there is so much of that. But what we're going to do now is we are going to just run through and check everything is good in my town, and it appears that it is. except the buses still aren't showing up on my traffic indicators. Everything else is good. One thing we're going to do before we do anything else is turn on all the city ordinances for air pollution and then watch that drop away from the city. There is still quite a lot in the industrial zone. We don't mind about that because they're industrial and it's dirty industry. So that doesn't matter to me. At the moment we're just zoning some medium density residential, and again another fire, and again behind a bus stop. I don't know why that's happening, it just is. And again, fire station's quite a way away, so it took a while for them to get there. The game's just going to save now, and we're going to continue on. Next thing I do is check my RCI, and I see that I've got lots of retail demand. So I'm going to zone medium density retail all across the back of the city, and that's going to fill up rapidly. And that is also going to raise my medium density my medium wealth residency demand, which is a good thing. So that retail is filling up nicely. Got to adjust the budgets as the city is growing. No problems there. And you can see lots of medium density demand now. Here I'm just experimenting. I'm putting in a strip of high density residential just to see what happens, and it does grow, but I think I will stick with medium density for now. So I'm going to go ahead and zone the rest of my city in medium density and watch that grow. So now that just asked us if we wanted a fighting airstrip and the radio station. So of course we accepted the radio station and we didn't worry about the airstrip. Really don't require an airstrip in this city. Just adjusting the funding again. You can see I put in some more retail there, and it is all good. So lots of demand for residential still, low wealth residential, and a little bit of demand for industrial. So that's what we're going to look at the moment. We're just going to build some roads out here for some more industry growth. And again, industry, I don't really like industry. There's lots of pollution, but there's nothing you can do to get around that. So we're just going to watch that grow. Make sure my water and power are good, and they are. You can see the power went down considerably when we introduced all those ordinances. And that looks pretty good to me. And again, another fire. I think I'm going to end the video after this fire. This fire is actually quite impressive. It spreads to almost the whole block. But I'm going to end the video after the fire is out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next video, I'll come back with real bus stops, and we'll see if we can grow this city a little bit more. I think there's still a little bit of room left to grow. So I'll see you in the next episode, guys.